So I think I am a very understanding man, right? I also think I don't complain a lot. No puedes ser frío or calor porque you have to have cold or heat. You can't be it. Butter is good.
So good.
You don't put sugar on bread. Who puts sugar on bread? You just took a bunch of things and put it together and like, oh, we have a word that you don't have in English. Of course you don't. We don't sit there and go, oh, before and after. You know what? Befafter.
Are you listening to yourself?
I am.
Please. You're the professional complainer.
I am.
It's the topic in the conversation in the comments below.
I'm a professional complainer?
Sí.
Well, I definitely got something to complain about today, and I don't.
Qué raro.
No. I think it's a good point. It's a good point because
according to you, it's always a good point, baby. That's the problem.
No. I'm pointing out things. This is actually really good. It helps society, does it not? I think I'm contributing to society this way.
Perdón.
No. Here's the thing. We're planning. We want to move to the Basque Country. Yeah.
That was a secret.
Well, we've been planning a trip to go to the Basque Country so that we can explore, see the environment, how we want. Like, and you've been wanting to do that. Like, she's been learning Basque or Euskera. That's right? Euskera. And it's mind blowing to me, honestly. It's completely mind blowing. So I truly swore she was watching anime without me, and I almost got upset. But apparently, this is Basque I'm listening to.
No. Kaisha, Bryan.
So this is really like Euskera or?
Cerne dus. Sí.
See? I'm curious. Listening to this now, I really think I want to watch an episode of Dragon Ball Z in Basque. I don't know if it exists, but I think I'm going to check out some anime in Basque now. These sound like special moves. I just want you to know that. And of course, as things will have it, as we're planning this trip, we get contacted by an amazing company. And so this video is sponsored by AirHelp. Now, over this weekend this happened, which kind of made me so happy, but also very, very upset. Because during this process, I've learned so much about the benefits you guys get that I never could have.
Listen, it's not about the benefits. It's about Europeans are just the best travelers in the world. We invented leisure travel. What you just invented, I don't know, layovers for hours. You have to stay in a freaking airport for like 10 hours and feel lucky that you're in an airport.
First off, wait, who decided you guys are better travelers?
Everybody, it's a fact. Like, this is not my opinion. This is like written in stone.
You got me sweating. I need a napkin right here. Like, girl, you about to start a fight? I don't have my towel right now.
Because you're complaining about things that, listen, you live here, so be happy because you're covered by this thing.
I'm happy that I live here. There's no doubt about it. But here you guys have a protection now in law to fly. I can't even get vacation days, and yet because my vacation days aren't protected. But apparently, you guys get your holiday time of 28 days, 30 days, forever, all those times. And on top of that, your flights are covered?
Yeah, exactly. So we're better travelers because we have stand for our rights to have these rights.
That doesn't make you better travelers. That just makes you more protected. Upset. We, on the other hand, we have the biggest aviation market in the world, right?
Yeah. According to you, I don't know. I haven't fact checked that, so I don't know.
I don't appreciate you making me fight for the U.S. right now. But listen, we have the biggest aviation in the world. On top of that, we have the TSA pre-checks. We have lounges.
I'm going to give you the TSA pre-check because I used to pay, but it's not even free. Like, you have to pay for that. We used to pay over $200 to get TSA pre-check when we lived there.
But it was good, was it not?
I can only imagine what it is today. And lounges. Vamos a hablar de los lounges because they trick you to get credit cards so you can have access to lounges. Lounges that in some of them you have to pay a fee on top of the entrance thing of your credit card. So now you get in debt because you can't have credit cards in the US. You think that it's free money. So you buy. You get to this debt and take one flight because you have access to a lounge that you don't even know how to use.
I got one question. Did you not enjoy our lounges?
Yeah, but I'm European. So I was using it under my standards.
But I'm asking,
And we have lounges here too.
but are your lounges like our lounges?
No, but we don't need to because our trip is the trip. It's not about spending a layover in I don't know where for whatever hours. Because if we do actually have a layover for over 8 hours, we get out of the airport, go to the city, and visit another place. But we take advantage of that because we're such a better travelers.
I don't agree with that. Just because you guys travel so much, we travel a lot too in the U.S. throughout domestically. Like we travel a lot, not outside the country, but within it, we travel a lot.
I'm going to give you a plus in something, and it's that because your country is so wide and so big, the distances is like if you were traveling country here in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So about distances, yes. However, yo tengo un miedo a viajar desde hace unos años impresionante. Cada vez que tenemos turbulencias o algo,
Sí.
y no es porque crea que va a pasar algo, sé que no va a pasar nada. But being out of control drives me insane, right? So when I'm going
Control
to fly, thank you. That's a compliment for me, thank you. So when I'm going to fly, I have to prepare myself. What happened that in the US, I never knew for how long I had to prepare myself because those freaking delays, like, I want to say, I'm not exaggerating, but 85% of the times that I have done domestic flights in the US, I have been delayed, not 1 or 2 hours, up to 10 hours. And what do I have to do? And you know this, every time that I flew to Las Vegas, I had to like be at the bar spending not thousands, but a lot of money because I needed my wine to relax.
That was the Spaniard exaggeration right there, kicking in.
People don't know this because 79% of the people don't know that they are protected and they have rights. They can actually get up to 600 euros back if your flight is delayed for more than 3 hours. And over 71% of Europeans take a flight at least once every year.
We don't have that, so we don't have the mentality to even think about that. We just think it's just something that we have to deal with.
So you just argue with the end of what?
We most times don't argue. We just complain and just, go on our way, and that's it. Like we wait for the flight. It's either the flight's going to be canceled or not. And I traveled a lot when I was in the U.S. Like I had to do flights from New York to Texas, Florida, and there was not one time that my flight wasn't delayed by at least 45 minutes to up to 3 hours. The time from Texas to come back to New York, I had to wait 7 hours in the airport.
And I get it because you guys have like tornadoes and all this nature, like horrible things.
But that's not the thing. Our flights get delayed because there's other issues that we're not aware of, but there's other issues.
No, you know what bothered me the most in the US when we're flying there? The overbooking. It's like they oversell in every single flight.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
So you have to nothing. You have to. You have to nothing. So listen to this. Escucharme, porque es que es muy fuerte. Tú tienes un vuelo en Estados Unidos y si hay 200 plazas, venden 250. So you know that 50 people are not going to be able to board that plane. But those 50 people have gone through the security process, checking and everything. So while you're waiting there, probably an hour before your flight, they call you on the megáfono ese y dicen, hey, would you be interested to take a later flight and we'll give you $100? And some people fall for it for $100. And then they stay for 7 hours in the airport when there is nothing to do for under $100. You're going to spend that money.
Well, if you have a credit card, you can go to a lounge. No.
Lo mato. No, I'm sorry to cut you off, but here's the thing. After years of traveling, we never learned any of this.
Well, how are we supposed to learn this?
Exactly, because there's some airlines that don't want to share any of this information with you. And it makes it hard to even know that you can open a claim. As a matter of fact, airlines end up saving billions a year in unpaid claims.
Billions?
Yes, and that's money that I can use buying my wine.
Or fue.
Yes. Claro, ¿qué vas a decir tú? And also, that's money that you're rightfully owned by law. It's your money.
When these things happen, when the delays happen, I feel powerless. I feel like you can't do anything.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
they're telling you whatever they're telling you, and you just gotta accept it, and that's it. If you want to fly.
And obviously, reading the stuff out now, you see the tactics that the airports have. So, like you were saying, and yes, this happens a lot in the U.S., that they will give us if they overbook the flights, and they overbook the flights because people cancel or whatever. I am not agreeing with it. Calm down, son. I'm not agreeing with it. But that's why they supposedly that's why. That's what they say. I don't know. But because people cancel it, and then what they do is they say, okay, yes, hey, can you take the next flight for, if you don't mind, take the next flight, this flight is overbooked. We'll give you a $100 voucher. It's not $100. It's
No,
a
no, no.
it's
It's
a credit.
voucher
It's
for
a
you
credit.
to use it in the airport or to use it, with the airline for a future flight or whatever.
Exactly.
You obviously don't want to spend a day in the airport because you are going on vacation or you're going on a
Right.
trip. You want to get to your destination. We have lounges, but our dream is not to go and sit down in the lounge for hours.
Why not? Like the food in the lounges be popping sometimes.
Sí, y the food donde vas también es popping and grilling. So no, we will do anything to like go in and get out. Actually, a lot of people take trains for that reason because you don't have to wait the time, even if the flights are shorter because it's shorter distance. Like from Malaga to Morocco, I believe it's a 25-minute flight.
Right, it's nothing.
But sometimes we prefer to take the train to avoid those delays if it happens. Now, if more people knew that they are covered, I think that even the flights will get higher. And now in summer, just like in Christmas time, because there's so much flying and everything, things happen. Strikes happen during this time.
Well, I mean, y'all are almost the kings of strikes. So, I mean, you have a strike almost every other day.
We're fighting for our rights just like we have the rights for flying and being protected and everything.
I am all supporting of the strikes and fighting for rights, but when I see you guys taking strikes and then y'all at the bar, restaurante, y con cerveza,
because you have to do a meeting to get your points across and be like on the same page.
So that's the meeting point in the organization. That's how it works. Got it. No, I think you actually have a point there because for you guys, going to another country, especially in Europe, is like crossing the street.
Yeah.
For us, it's like going to the moon. And
distance-wise, but culturally-wise, not.
But culture-wise, is it different?
Yeah, every country in Europe is super different.
I know every country in Europe is different, but what I'm saying culture-wise, the travel aspect is still the same.
No,
right?
it's the same. Yeah, but what I'm saying is like it's not the same thing. As diverse as the U.S. is, if I go from New York to Texas, I'm still speaking the same language. I'm still can communicate. The food is more or less the same thing. Yes, there are specific dishes, but I'm gonna have burgers everywhere. But if I go from here to Países Bajos to Holland, where am I gonna find paella there or tortilla de patatas? You know what I mean? Like there is a cultural change, and when we travel in Europe, majority of people, there's some people that don't, but we are aiming to experience that cultural difference, even if it's just to France, which is like an hour and a half away from here.
No, that makes sense. But for us, like we have a lot of fears when we travel. Obviously, one, if we're traveling in the U.S., let's say domestically, it's just normal stuff. Like I got to deal with flight delays. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled, depending on where I'm flying to, where flights tend to get canceled a lot. And for me, one of the biggest worries, and this is why I only do check-ins. I don't do check-ins. I only do carry-ons because I don't want my luggage lost. That is like a big fear.
That's the worst nightmare.
And in fact, our friends that we went to see in Sevilla, when they flew in, their luggage was lost for like a day or two, right?
Es verdad.
That I can't. Especially when I'm putting like my gear and stuff in there,
Yeah.
I'll have a heart attack. However, luckily AirHelp does cover you for that. Like they fight for those things for you. And again, if I knew I had that, which I haven't now because I'm in Europe, so I understand I'm taking all the benefits I can get at this point. I have been living 30 some odd years with none of these privileges that you guys have. So I'm absorbing it all. I'm here to take it all right now.
So why getting AirHelp? Well, because you can check up to like 3 years before.
We need to check our old flight to Vienna. That might still be covered.
So that's the thing. Like if you have flew for the last 3 years and you think that you had any delays, you can actually check in their website if you qualify for, what is that called?
For a claim, yeah.
For a claim, yes. So, and they take care of everything. You don't have to stress because we don't speak the same language as the people that, this is like IT things, right? Like whenever I was working.
Have you turned it off and turned it back on?
Exactly. So with airlines, it's exactly the same thing. We just don't speak the same language. And so they know how to escabullirse.
Can you do me a favor? Can you show me how you did that? They know how to do what?
Escabullirse.
What's an escabullirse?
Like get out of the, like escape. They know how to escape the responsibilities. Escabullirse. They will put all these buts for you to like desist on getting anything. While if you get a company like AirHelp that treats with all the stress, all the conversations and everything, then you don't have to worry about it. You can go to the bar and have another drink.
While you're still on strike somewhere, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the best part. Because with AirHelp, you can check to see if you have a claim for free, but they also have AirHelp Plus, which protects your future flights.
Your future flights, like they can read if you're going to have a problem with the future.
Are you serious right now? You don't understand the future? It's an annual subscription, Loca. It's an annual subscription that can cover you for 3 flights for the year or 9 flights for the year like us, because we definitely going to need it. Going back and forth to the Basque Country.
Uh-oh.
And wait, does Asturias have an airport?
Yeah, they do. But have you seen what it is to land in Bilbao Airport?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll show you some videos.
And also, AirHelp Plus covers all your claims with a 0 fee.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that I have to pray that my flight gets canceled or disrupted in a way so I can get some money back.
No, what I'm saying is to use our link down below to check if you're eligible for a claim or to sign up for AirHelp Plus.
And it's an affiliate link because we have to disclaim everything. So we do get some push and some help to support this channel. Muchas gracias a todos. You know what I think that one of the behaviors about us traveling, because, and I know the kids' schedule in the US is very similar to Spain, but because we have teachers and because like the typical month to take vacations here is August.
Right.
Right? A lot of people go on vacation in August. So that obviously overcrowded places and transportation methods and everything and so on and so forth. But I feel like because of that, we need things that protect us. Because one, prices are like skyrocketing, right? And two, you have a limited time of vacation. And yes, it's more than the US, but you still have limited vacation that you want to make sure that you get to your destination. Stop making that face. You want to still make it to your destination
you have a limited time vacation?
On time and with your belongings.
I want you to know, I'm going to backtrack real quick. I was about to get on you for saying skyrocketing, like prices are skyrocketing instead of skyrocketing.
Rocketing.
So I'm thinking like I'm seeing numbers are dancing in the air because they're rocking to music. But that got overshadowed by you guys have a limited time for vacation.
We do have a limited time.
I'm going to limit a lot of things.
It's not unlimited, it's limited. Now, it is true that we take sabbatical years, like gap years, right? So that's another thing. But that's another conversation for another day, not for today.
It's not going to be a conversation good to have. Like, let's say you got stuck at Spaniards. You get stuck in the airport and they tell you the flight's delayed. And
then we go to the window. We try to yell. No, we do yell at people.
Oh, you do?
To get us off. Yeah. We just don't do the current ways that you guys do in the US to throw things and to speed and to push. Like, we don't use the hands. We just use our voices. The power of the word in an elevator way.
So you don't talk loud. You just talk louder.
Yes.
And is it at the person or you just
Claro, al que tenga el uniforme. If you have the uniform of the airline, whichever it is, then you're going to get it.
That's your target.
Yes. Even if you're walking down the hallway and then you see one of them. My flight is still delayed. And then we probably just go to the bar. Which, by the way, if an airline gives you a voucher to go get something at the bar, because we have tendency to go to the bars, they're not accepted because that can kill your claim.
That can kill your claim?
Yeah, because some of those vouchers, the tiny letters, it says that you exempt the airline because you're accepting this and blah,
Oh,
blah,
that's
blah.
dirty.
Yes, and after 2 hours of delay, you're supposed to have a real voucher for a real meal. And a real meal is not 5 euros, not 10 euros, it's, especially in the airport, of course.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to pay for all that and even a hotel if you have to stay overnight and things like that.
And for us, like when they give us something food, we don't get vouchers. We just get like a bottle of water and maybe some peanuts or cookies. That's all we get.
No, I have gotten vouchers in the US,
From what?
but maybe it's like $10. And then again, it doesn't even cover me a glass of wine.
What do you even get for $10 in the US,
Nada.
especially in the airport?
Nada.
Hot dogs, maybe?
Hot dog.
Some Auntie Annie's.
Yeah, and if they have Auntie Annie's.
The pretzels.
Okay, explain it to me.
Please do. Wait, before you explain it to me, I don't think I need to be Spain too.
Yes.
No.
Always.
Because I see how things are. You guys don't explain it to me with phrases. How come you explain it to me with phrases? You should be explaining it to me with all these benefits you guys have. That's the new explain it to me I want from now on.
You want behaviors?
No. Tell me what benefits I have here now.
Nothing. El que calla, otorga.
El que calla?
Sí. El que calla, the one that stays quiet, so shut up. Otorga, gives permission.
Otorga?
Otorga. Otorgar is to give permission or to let somebody do something. Give consensus?
Consent.
Consent. Give consent. El que calla, otorga.
So the one that
Stays quiet,
gives
consent. Meaning,
Is it like a closed mouth don't get fed, or
it could be, but basically, if something like this happens, you have to open your mouth and claim because you are entitled to get money back. So don't stay quiet. Go get AirHelp, check your flights,
Go on strike.
get all the things, get your strike, lucha por tus derechos y nunca, 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 nunca dejes que te los quiten.
And I want to hear some stories about people getting delayed at airports. And I'm sure you guys have seen some things happen because you say, we just talk louder, but I'm sure you had to have some carried episodes out here.
I also want to know cuántos de vosotros vais a coger un vuelo este verano, ahora en julio, en agosto, en septiembre incluso. Si os vais de viaje a algún sitio, decirnos dónde en los comentarios que nos pongáis los dientes largos. Que no nos vamos a ningún sitio porque nos mudamos.
And link below for AirHelp for all more information, guys.
Thank you, AirHelp.